how insane he is?
I have not seen it. What's
He
going
he
on?
he claims that Warner Brothers has already canceled AEW. They're not renewing the deal, and
Mhm.
Tony is not telling any of the wrestlers or the media or anything about it.
Aw.
All right,
Is he
scoops.
on estrogen too?
La Piccolo?
Yeah.
No, I think the substances he's putting into his body
Mm.
are much more party oriented.
Ice cream cake, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's
Mm.
just eating a lot of ice cream cake.
He's eating a whole Fudgy the Whale and going fucking nuts on Twitter.
He keeps saying it's not cake, so it must be good for you.
Exactly.
How
It's
much is a
dairy.
Fudgy the
How
Whale?
can it be bad for you?
Oh my god,
I'm more of a cookie puss guy.
this is always like. There's always so many.
So I will note for the updated GWE ballot, I had to remove a few people who I was iffy on anyway to make sure that there was room for X-Pac, Goldberg, and Sid.
Nice.
X-Pac is in the top 20. That's
Damn straight.
But you
Necro
forgot
Butcher
him the
had to be
first
bumped
time?
out of it. I somehow completely forgot X-Pac the first time.
That's crazy. Because you were
And it
you were on here preaching about how we all needed Sean Waltman on here almost a
Well,
month
no,
ago.
I was preaching about it because I had realized that I forgot.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think Chris admitted to forgetting someone who's in my top 10.
Who?
Well, I'm not voting
Hashimoto.
for Bret Hart. I'm not voting for Inoki. I'm not voting for like anyone who's gonna make the top 25 of the final list.
So no, I initially forgot Hashimoto.
Hmm.
And then I was just like staring at a list. I was like, I know there's like one major name I'm forgetting here. And then I realized it was Hashimoto. That was like when I hadn't even finalized like the top 100.
See, I'm kind of taking the Colette approach where it's like there are people who, like Hashimoto and Terry Funk and whatever, who are objectively very good wrestlers. And I'm just kind of like, no, but I didn't watch them on Nitro in 1998. So
Yeah. I too have decided that my list is going to be largely reflective of my taste after a certain point.
mine is
Mine-
largely reflected from the beginning. And then just
Hmm.
straight, like, I'm probably going to be the only person with 3 Vianos on my list.
Nice.
I only had 2 Vianos.
Actually, I might have bumped Viano 5. I can't remember who got removed to make room. I think Danny Havoc got removed, Viano 5, and someone else.
Yeah, I had Vianos Trace E Quattro.
All right,
I
so
should
big top
probably put in
GWE
Negro
again.
Navarro.
Oh, you gotta have Navarro.
The big top is Krule. The big top is absolutely Krule.
It's gotta be.
Okay. Cool.
You gotta get
I mean, the big
Krule.
top is us making jokes about Krule for about an hour and then getting tired and answering questions.
You gotta
Okay.
get Krule and Nicola Piccolo in a room together. Really
Oh
hash
my
it out.
god.
Oh my god, I would have bet a lot of money that I had Navarro on my list, and I don't have him on this short list somehow. Maybe I cut him already. That's crazy. I'm throwing
That
him
is
back on
crazy.
there. This is how official this is. I'm throwing him back on there. All right. Any of you guys watch wrestling this week? Because I kept telling myself I had to watch wrestling before the show, and then
I
it was
watched some wrestling and I watched another thing that's just as important as wrestling that I will get into in the broadcast.
I watched mostly wrestling that has already been talked about on the
Hell
show.
yeah. Yeah, like 2 of the things I watched Darby's matches from the last 2 weeks. I don't really feel like I have anything I can add to that. Darby rules.
Did you watch
Sometimes it's just enough to say that.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you watch the one last night too?
Yeah, I watched last night and then Ciampa.
Cool.
I thought the Ciampa match was better. I got to watch
Also, based on the recent discourse, I am firing up my TV to watch wrestling on YouTube on mute while we talk.
hell yeah.
I am also
First time
currently
ever.
watching wrestling on mute.
I got to watch Allen versus Brody King with my niece, my 9-year-old niece though, and she's a real stickler for the rules, so she was having a tough time with it.
What rules specifically was she stickling about?
She's big on she doesn't think like she's Bill Watts. She doesn't think they should leave the ring.
Fuck yeah, I love that.
They should hold
yeah,
the
hell
tag
yeah.
And then-
ropes.
At least in AEW, a lot of times they don't count. She hates when they count and then stop counting. She's like, "Well," she's like, "What was the point of that?" And I'm like, "All right, Jim Cornette, calm down."
No, I love this little bastard. Let's go. Yeah, that's
she,
awesome.
so like, and she'll fixate on it. Like, it'll be 3 minutes later, and she's like, "They should have stopped the match." I'm like, "Well, that wouldn't be really fun, would it?"
Just be like, every time you have a problem, get on your phone at Rick Knox.
I'm just every time you have a problem, just record what you're saying, and we'll put it on the Violent People Labs.
Oh, I
There's
would
been-
love it if she had her own podcast. I mean, we could cancel 3 Porrick podcasts and get her on, and I don't think anyone will notice.
Pork will still have 3 more.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like a Hydra. You cut off one Pork podcast and 2 come in its wake.
Dan, I'm kind of jealous that you have a ringside seat for the Porrick Rob Naylor interaction.
Oh man, I don't know if he wanted you spoiling here, but yeah, hell yeah, me and Rob Naylor and Pork are recording tomorrow night. Actually,
Porrick spoiled it. We were watching shit on the OGP server, and he spoiled it there. So,
okay,
Porrick spoiling his own shit.
He came to me and he said, "Listen, I need someone outside of this fucking 300 Violent People Discord freaks that are always on all the same podcasts." He's like, "Go find me someone else," and I was like, "I'm gonna bring in Rob Naylor." And then Pork said, "Who?" And I went, "Oh my god,
That's awesome. Our sweet boy.
He's like, I know this knee nailer guy.
that's good." Oh man, almost got Justin Wang.
What happened?
Then he listened to a previous episode and was like, "Oh no,
No,
no.
he treated it way too seriously, and he's like talking about when he'd be available in the fall. And I was like, "No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. I need you to hop on the horn in the next 72 hours and talk about the Briscoe brothers."
Oh, is that the one it's going to be about?
Yeah. Jay versus Mark.
That'll be
Oh,
a
hell
fun
yeah.
treat to listen to.
That'll be
So
great.
I have watched that match, which also hurts all other matches that I've watched this week.
That's fair.
That'll do it. I mean, if any match is going to do that.
All right.
So, I mean, in the sibling versus sibling pantheon, it's kind of Jay versus Mark, and then it's Effie versus Allie.
Don't be spoiling the big top.
Has the podcast started?
Oh, I've been recording for quite a while.
Yeah, you just didn't do intros yet.
You are now tuned in to your number 1 radio station. Violent People! Radio.
Welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 97. I am Rob Naylor, and I'm joined by Justin Wang. Justin, how's it going?
I'm doing
I'm
great.
Dan
How
Rice,
are you?
Orchid, Chris, and Pat are here. The
Hi.
Core Four, as we're known.
The core with 2 R's.
Yeah, I don't say wait till we get our merch going.
You know, we tried
Oh,
to be the
fuck.
clan with the 4 instead of the A, but someone had already taken that.
Damn it, that's good. So tell Ollie not to design that shirt.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, all I had to do is be a big old fucking freak, and he's getting way more play in the podcast than he ever did for designing a logo.
I mean, He did get outdone by Krule this week.
Oh my god, that's
One thing
so
about us
fucking
is we might not
crazy.
cancel you, but
We will make fun of you until we forget about it.
exactly.
Until something else comes along until like fucking Tarzan boy accidentally gets his dick out on Instagram Live or something, and we make fun of that for a few weeks.
This is probably, I think, Ali's best chance to be forgotten. If he can outshine Krule and bestiality.
What's crazy
Um,
is it took Krule like what 2 weeks to talk about the stabbing, but he's just posted about bestiality willy nilly.
well, I was about to say who might have kink shame, but I am one to kink shame in
No,
this
yeah,
instance.
we're gonna go ahead and kink shame now.
Yeah, no,
let's- yeah, we're-
absolutely kink shame this one.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
feels fair.
I like
If
that.
he was like clicking like on like X-Men porn or whatever, it's like, okay, whatever, watch hentai, who cares? But this, yeah, come on, bro.
I love Sammy Callahan being like, okay, IWTV took the belt off of Krule with Mance Warner. They did it in like 40 seconds. I need to book Mance to beat Krule for the
Speaking of
Revolver
matches
title
I
in
watched,
16.
that was awesome.
But yeah, Revolver had Krule and Mance Warner go like 16 minutes. I thought that was funny. And then Ricky Shane Page is in the comment section of the YouTube the whole time.
That's awesome.
Anytime someone says Krule said he was stabbed, Ricky would be like, "Oh, he didn't say that. Stop lying."
Yeah, he's like, he didn't say that. Lou Nixon and Mickey Knuckles and I said that.
It's great that like
Oh my god, like Sammy Callahan is, I'm very happy that he remained in the wrestling industry to continue facilitating weird shit like this.
it's great that like anytime like the word Krule is mentioned, that Ricky Shane Page is just there. Like he's there.
Ricky, welcome to the
he's
show.
There to yeah, what's up? I got the book to Extreme Death Pro in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. They gave me the book this time, so we're working out there.
You joke, but if there was a promotion called Extreme Death Pro, I'd be like, I need to see what these fucking freaks are doing.
Pat would come on every
Especially
week
if it
and be
was in
like,
somewhere
"No."
like Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
He'd be like, "None of these guys are technically trained, but I need you to watch this match that took place in an abandoned warehouse." On that Revolver show, which again I didn't really watch so much as scroll through to see Ricky Shane Page's comments. The main event was Alex Colon versus Ganger. And I feel like I've watched more Rockstar Pro than the average person. I barely remember this guy existed. And I'm sure he's a super nice guy. I thought it was really funny just to do emotional retirement for a guy who seems to have barely wrestled in the last decade.
Well, yeah, I mean, after John Cena and AJ, everyone's retirement crazy now. They see all the big shots doing it. They're like, Brock Lesnar retired. And the way wrestling works is a successful promotion does something, and then everyone else copies it.
So are we talking about Jeremy Ganger, the quote hero from the Dayton, Ohio school shooting?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there another Ganger?
Okay, cool. I've probably. As you said, you didn't remember he existed. I'm hearing his name for the first time.
I mean, nowadays, if you told me that an indie wrestler did a school shooting, I'd be like, yeah, that tracks.
Has an indie wrestler done a school shooting yet? Let's hit the horn.
I mean, Shane Shamrock, didn't he?
Okay, I think you might have. I mean, not that this is any different. I think it might have been a nightclub shooting.
Oh, okay. That would make more sense.
All right. I was like, school shooting, man. I feel bad for burying the guy. I mean, still a hero, still great, but like everyone in nightclub deserves it.
I mean, I can definitely see an indie wrestler doing a school shooting after a sophomore rejects him.
I mean, oh god. I mean, you're at a place called Ned Peppers in Dayton, Ohio. Come on.
You
Poor guy.
joke, but someone that graduated high school the same year as me, after a good few years after we graduated high school, he was dating a high schooler, and she rejected him, and he attempted to slit her throat until he got killed in an encounter with the police.
Jesus Christ.
But he was a
Cool.
hell of a worker.
He was a hell of a worker.
So you gotta
I don't
balance
think he ever wrestled. I believe he was in the Navy.
Isn't that the, aren't you basically telling the Shane Shamrock story, though?
I think Shane Shamrock, didn't he have a gun?
I thought he was chasing his girl and a baby with a knife.
It was not I can tell you it was not Shane Shamrock, though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who it was
Oh,
on
that's like
something where
oh, no, that's Shane Shamrock's like Maryland, huh? You're not there, but
yeah. No, this was this was on the steps of her high school.
The Shane Shamrock thing I bring up a lot because I feel like for, 15 years, only Adam Lash would bring up, "It's so weird there's a fucking tournament named after him." Yep, it was threatened to stab her with a kitchen knife. He was then he was named the lifetime NCW light heavyweight champion. Wrestling's the fucking
Yep.
best.
I mean, MCW, the home of Velveteen Dream, so it's like, you kind of get a sense of where their values align.
Alright. So, Chris, what wrestling did you watch that we've all discussed to death already?
So I did watch the action show from Mania Week. And yeah, I don't have much to add that wasn't already said. The best matches are pretty easily the Carl Malenko and Mad Dog match and the Darian Bankston, Timothy Thatcher match. I liked Danny Jones and Tim Bosby as well. And everyone, like, it is crazy that every single person I know that watched that show had the same takeaway about the all-star tag. Because like there are enough like names where it's like someone I feel like I'm going to run into someone that is like, oh yeah, this was actually really fun. And every single person I saw talking about this match was just like, it was pretty decent, and then Jonathan Gresham got in the ring.
I don't know.
And-
Rango Steele gave it a 10 out of 10, called it my favorite match of the year so far.
Mm.
Wow,
So,
all right.
think about Rango.
I still haven't gotten to this match, but the amount of people shitting on Jonathan Gresham in it and being like, he's doing bits. I'm like, I need to see what's going on here.
It's fascinating because like maybe he was just like, all right, I can't, like, with these guys, I can't like be the best technical wrestler because I'm here with Abe and Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. and Adam Priest. So he's just like, maybe I'll just do bits, and all of those guys are also better at doing bits than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the problem.
I do think it would be a good late period career change for him if he's like, okay, I'm going to become a comedy wrestler, but we're just seeing him in like the baby stages of it.
That's what's happening, I'm pretty sure. I think it's
I'm all for it.
a post-stroke thing where he's just like, I don't like this wrestling thing. I'm gonna be doing some comedy. But I just don't think he's very good at the comedy.
No, I mean he is like a traditionally pretty humorless guy from what I know about Jonathan Gresham.
I feel like that's probably where I'm gonna go. Like post-stroke, I think I'm gonna become a comedy wrestler. I'm hoping.
Post-stroke, I usually go to bed.
My husband is on his podcast talking about masturbating again. Yet again.
Yet again. It's like not the first time. Do you watch anything else
Just-
besides action, Chris?
I watched the CMLL matches I didn't watch the first time from also the Mania show. And while I was there, I watched Blue Panther versus Ultimo Guerrero again because I was on a lot of drugs at the time, and I didn't feel like scrolling more into the video. And it's just like, damn, this match is still very good. And then I watched the Sandman's retirement match against the Invisible Man from
Oh, how was that?
Joey
I haven't watched
Janela's.
that yet.
Grandpa's having a great time.
Yes. He is.
That's the thing about you. The one thing you can say for sure about that cannot be disputed whatsoever is everyone involved in that match was having the time of their lives.
Yeah, and when I say grandpa, I should say grandpas are having a great time.
Yeah.
Because Vampiro's there.
Violent J, like Vampiro was looking like fucking, Kyle Fletcher next to Violent J.
Very true. McFoley's there. Fonzie's there. All the grandpas are having a great time.
John Morrison dressed up as a grandpa just to fit in.
I did not know until today when I looked it up when he appeared in the ring. I had no idea that Early Morning Guy Steele was John Morrison. And
I didn't either.
that makes it so much better.
I know, right?
Being like this an extremely strange bit that GCW has brought back time and time again on WrestleMania weekend. And it's just like, I figured it was like someone slightly known, but I figured it was like a known like indie guy and not someone who has been signed to basically every promotion ever.
And if you look at Early Morning Guy Steele's Twitter, it's awesome. Because it's John Morrison posting as Guy Steele and saying stuff like, "I will never regret my control your narrative tramp stamp."
John Morrison seems like a very funny guy. Mostly just judging from the strange Early Morning Guy Steele bit and his interactions on Survivor David versus Goliath.
Also, his feud with Dalton Castle in Ring of Honor, like the matches or whatever, but the backstage bits are awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
when
I guess
they did an interview that they won the boys in a match. Johnny and Taya won the boys, and then the boys got fired because they wanted a plane ticket or something. And they just wrote them off by saying like, "Well, I was out doing man stuff with them on a mountain, and I lost them." And it's just this insane like SNL skit where like Dalton Castle's losing his mind over it's like my boys are gone. I recommend anyone who's looking for great wrestling to watch these 2-minute Ring of Honor skits from 2024.
John Morrison makes me think too, all this GWE stuff, like, it's so funny because there's probably like 2,000 Johnny Morrison matches on tape. Like more than so many of these older wrestlers. Like if he was a guy that wrestled, in the late 70s, or early 80s, you could make a comp tape where you think he's like one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just pick out his 12 best matches of the 2000 that have, aired on TV because he's been around for so long.
But he didn't stand out in mid 2000 or mid 2010s PWG, so that was it for him.
So there was like a somewhat decent prompt tweet from this week. Was someone asked who the most properly rated wrestler in history is, and their example was John Morrison, which I think is true. Like, I feel like everyone just properly rates John Morrison as like a pretty good wrestler. Like,
yeah, no one's turned on him yet. Like the way people used to regard Dean Malenko like that, and then the last couple of years, people have turned on him.
Well, I think what helps Morrison is that he's never around anywhere long enough that like people can like get weird and loyal to him, which turns off another segment of fans. So it's just he's just around long enough for everyone to be like, yeah, John Morrison's okay.
Like, the maddest people are about John Morrison is, like, when he shows up in CMLL, and they're just mad about, like, booking outside
Why didn't
guys in general
AEW send
there.
someone cooler to lose their hair?
Yeah. Because the matches he has are fine. Good,
A-
even.
And at the same time, I'm so certain that CMLL is begging for him. Or
I
at
mean,
least
CMLL
very excited to get him.
No, they are. I totally buy that. CMLL is very excited to have a former AAA world champion like losing to one of their guys.
I was just checking to see if John Morrison was nominated for GWE, and he isn't. But can you believe that only one person whose first name starts with a J was nominated for the GWE? My brain is fried.
It's John Cena, isn't it?
That's just absolutely not true. What's happening?
What am I looking at? That's wrong here.
I don't know. You don't think John Cena and Jumbo both made it?
I gotta. Oh,
Jun Akiyama.
Junaki.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
Jun Akiyama wasn't nominated.
No, yeah, they said not one of the 4 pillars. He's out of here.
What is
One J name? I don't know what you're looking at.
I don't know either. I don't like it. What's happening? All right.
Is it?
I know I made that Jordan
Are they
Oliver
ordered by
thread.
last name or something? What's going on?
I don't know. Now I'm really concerned.
That would be a really fun fact if it was at all a fact.
What have I been doing? Have I been looking at the wrong list this whole
Turns
time?
out
God.
Orkin made her GWE ballot and like thought the list was only like 250 people. So it's like, well,
like,
I guess I
really
have to include
unfair.
Hyper Misao.
Oh,
I wanted to put Stone Cold, but he wasn't nominated.
Oh my god.
Man, I've just been looking at the Chris 100 from like 2017. Like, wait, what the fuck?
Back when it was good.
No, I wasn't
Marty
doing it
Scurll,
yet.
number 9.
I'm gonna let you know something real fast. I'm gonna do something for quick here. There are 75 people whose name starts with J nominated.
Nice. You heard it here first. There's only one. Oh, God.
I mean, there's 75 people nominated. There's only one worth including.
From Jack Briscoe all the way to Juventud Guerrera, which would have been a hell of a match.
Okay. My spreadsheet just was not sorted by first name. Never mind. I take it all back. Apologies to Jackie Corn.
Yeah, Jackie Corn made it. Hey, John Morrison is nominated, by the way. You can put him on there.
I will say though, Juventud Guerrera, some are calling him the 12th greatest wrestler of all time.
I have like
Some people are saying this.
I have like 7 people with the first name J in my draft right now. I've lost my mind. I've completely lost it.
We've only been doing this for 20 minutes too. This is beautiful. This is a
This
good
is
one.
already. While we're talking about GCW though, did you guys see the tweet where Brett put out the full clusterfuck credits?
Yeah.
And do you think that hurts Mike Bailey's GWE status? That he was a writer and an agent on it. Okay.
Yes, no, I think what hurts Mike Bailey's GWE what makes Mike Bailey good is when he has guardrails. If you give Mike Bailey complete control, it's dog shit. It's like the inflatable wrestling promotion he did where everyone was wearing like the fucking dinosaur costumes. If you put him in a promotion where it's kind of like, no, you have 7 minutes to do a TV match, or in like DDT where it's kind of like, no, you have to fit into our structure. He's great. If you put him in, even in PWG where there kind of weren't many guardrails beyond like go out there and try to have a 5-star match, then you get like a 37-minute Mike Bailey match, which is like, no, that's not good. He is a wrestler who needs an editor, so to speak.
A friend of mine who I know won't listen to this recently said they haven't really liked Mania Weekend till the year that Mike Bailey wrestled like 20 times. I don't know what to do with
Wasn't
that.
that like 2 years ago?
Exactly. And I thought that was like universally panned. Like, why?
That's like the opposite of everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, that was definitely not universally panned. Like maybe in our circle, but yeah, no, that was
Well, then sometimes I like being in the bubble.
that was a Yeah, sure. That was a foundational run for a lot of the Observer folks for good old Mike Bailey and Bandito.
When they should have been watching Mike Bailey, in DDT, the Moonlight Express with Mao, another guy who's fucking fallen off in recent years.
I'm gonna talk about what I've watched because I just discovered something. I watched Charlie Haas versus Luke Hawx this week, and
Important clarification. Is this a match that happened this year, or is this an
oh
old
yeah,
match?
this happened 2 days ago.
Okay,
Um,
that's
for for
insane to think about.
for Only Wrestlers Association, and I just now
Oh,
pulled it up. I pulled it up on which is like I believe maybe RVD's promotion. But I just now pulled up the card because I had no idea what was on the. It just popped up on my YouTube earlier today, and I put it on and watched it. The rest of this card is so fucking crazy. Tessa Blanchard versus Danny Moe, Brian Cage versus Chandler Hopkins, the Brothers of Funstruction versus the Troublemakers, Tara Zepp versus Alice Crowley, aforementioned Haas versus Hawks, Esfinge versus Ricardo Rodriguez, and of course Facade versus Joey Janela.
Of
This
course.
is this. I should have fucking made the
I'm
7 hour car
impressed
ride for
that
this.
Facade and Danny Moe are able to work together
And
on the same
yeah,
show
they
in the
got
same locker room.
and Tara's in the locker room too.
Yeah, and Facade and Tara just got married in Vegas.
I know, it seemed like a beautiful ceremony.
Yeah, Mick Foley standing there looking confused.
I'm actually cracking up. This looks like it took place like 5 minutes from where my niece and nephew's dad lives. That's funny.
And Dan, I do have to go in and correct you. It is pronounced Esfinge, as we all know.
Oh, I apologize.
Please respect the pronunciation of our favorite force in the creator economy.
Well, now I can't think of how he said Macaro, and it's killing me.
Mercutio.
Mercutio. I ruined the joke because I could not come up with it. I was like, what did he say?
You just can't pair scale with strategy.
Not like him.
Not at that level. Not for tens of thousands of
Oh my
content
gosh.
creators.
Listen, I looked into going to that. I'm like, let me go hop on a plane, go to California, check this event out. It's like hundreds of dollars to get in and hear this man speak.
Hear Sam speak?
Well, I mean, I think other people too, but
No, he's a draw. That's his house.
but I do like the idea that like, yeah, I'll pay $1,000 to get to California, but I can't be paying $300-$400 to get in this whatever this convention is. I'm out.
How many hundreds? I mean, I might consider. I wonder if I can write it off my taxes.
I feel like I saw 400 something on the bottom, but like I didn't really investigate this because it's in California and I live in Kentucky.
Can you cover travel and lodging?
I'll cover lodging.
Okay. Well, so I have to pay for your flight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Let me. Yeah.
I actually want you to know. I thought you meant for you. I was going to pay
to
for your lodging.
Oh, I'm not paying to see Sam. I'll pay somebody else to see Sam, but I can do that for free. I'm good.
I think we
Oh yeah, you got his address now. You can stop on by.
Podcast. we gotta get Pork on like the live road trip podcast.
He's Pork's already going up. He's already finding out the best match to ever happen in every state, seemingly by just watching a match from a state. So maybe he could also do like a road trip and hit all 50.
Love that little boy so much. What a gem.
Chris, you watch anything else?
No.
Nah.
I watched the highlight video of the JCW Mania Weekend show that opened this week's episode of JCW Lunacy. But that was right before we started recording, so I didn't watch any of the rest of the show.
I do. I'm going to say on the show we should all watch Vampiro's final match just so we can cover it in just detail.
You know what's so crazy is I watched it and I don't remember anything. I remember the mic work. I liked Vampiro. like talking a lot about Big Vito, like as if they had this like lifelong bond, and maybe they do. And then he just is like to PCO, he's like this big ugly motherfucker.
I mean, what else are you gonna say about it?
I don't know. I watched that one real late at night, so I don't really have much strong memories of it. But I know it happened, and I'm excited to see when Vampiro wrestles again.
Yeah.
Because it's all wrestlers, but Vampiro is definitely not retiring until he dies. And even then, who knows? I'll just go real quick because I watched that match. I watched Brett the Threat versus Cameron Collins, which I think Tim posted on the Discord. I like Brett the Threat a lot. This was a really cool match. It's like 4 or 5 minutes. Check it out on YouTube. And then I watched West Coast Pro, and I want to be like contrarian, but like no, this was probably the show of Mania weekend.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it's boring to say, but like it just ruled.
Yeah,
Um,
it did.
Alpha Zoe versus LeBron Cozone was good. I wish Cozone didn't throw so many shitty kicks. I know I'm not supposed to speak bad about that guy. People love him so much, but his kicks really embarrassed me. Mander Storm was fun. Aja Kong, I mean, it's not gonna live up to what she did last year with Senka, but Aja Kong is just like a force, and it's cool to see there. I did not watch. I know people like, and I like what I've seen of Jaya Jewel, and I don't really know Seabass Finn, but I'm not putting on an Aaron Solo and Alan Angels match, so I skipped that. And then Chris Hero versus Senka was fucking incredible. I don't know why Chris Hero doesn't just fucking wrestle more.
I didn't
Pissing
like
me
it.
off. What?
I didn't. I'm kidding. I love those shows.
Oh my god!
Can you
I know.
imagine?
I would have loved the thought that'd be cool. That's like, oh man.
Yeah.
I will
I
I
don't
will
know.
say the way people have been talking about that match has immensely turned me off from prioritizing it.
I think that's fair. I don't think
that's
it's nearly as good as Matt D romanticized it to be. Even though I did love that piece a lot. But yeah, I don't think I think Matt's review of that is better than the match itself.
Oh, I think that's definitely true. I also think Senka's better than Hero in it. I don't know if that's really much of a hot take, just because she's like an active wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna
Like-
say, Senka's better than the guy who's been like fucking sitting backstage at AEW for the last 3 years without wrestling.
I don't think that's a hot take, but I also think that if Chris Hero wrestled 3 more matches this year, he would rank higher on a lot of people's year-end list because he's Chris Hero and people are excited that he wrestles. And he seems like he could
All right,
wrestle more.
name the 3. You have Chris Hero for 3 matches. Who are you putting him against?
Oh man.
Yuki Kamifuku.
Yeah, I mean, that was gonna be one of my answers.
You got to do probably John Morrison. Aaron Solo, and it's actually the most boring answer, but I need Hero to wrestle Eddie one more time.
Okay, see, my 3 answers were going to be Yuki Kamifuku, the Invisible Man, and fuck, who was it? I had it in my head, Effie.
Though I guess, oh god,
he can wrestle Vampiro, and Vampiro can retire
That would be
from wrestling
like
Chris Hero.
the loser leaves retirement match.
I wish Hero like wrestled in some gear of some kind, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, I thought his gear was awesome. I mean,
Oh,
like
I thought he looked.
the fact that his shoe fell off, fucking just God. It's one of the sexiest men who's ever lived. Chris Hero. The fatter he gets, the hotter he is.
Well, it's so weird to me because it's like it's not like we haven't watched Hero wrestle with his belly hanging over his trunks so much. Like I don't know, like
So,
he's fat. It's fine.
Back in like 2017, whatever, like that period of the Observer board, people were complaining about like, I love Hero, I just wish he didn't look like a fat slob, blah blah blah. And I would just like quote these people on the Observer board and just be like, all right, look at this person acting like they don't want to just grab Hero's giant ham hock ass cheeks and stick their face right in.
Oh man, what incredible website to talk about how sexy men are with men who don't realize how gay they actually sound. So it's delightful.
I feel like last time I was there in anything like if you talked about that, you would have people being like, "Ew, yeah, like miss me with that gay shit." Meanwhile, let me talk about how jacked Obafemi looks.
Right.
I thought Adam Priest versus Star Wars Charlie was like a cool Forbidden Door match of guys that are too small to be on TV.
Yeah, I mean, they just you'd see the camera would just show like the tops of their heads running past.
No, they're adorable. It's cool. Vinny Massaro, I like him just being like, no, I should definitely be in the co-main. Put me against Thomas Shire. Let's go fucking 40. Who cares? They didn't really go 40. It felt like it. And then Mio Monomo versus Johnny Robbie. You know, it was really good.
I
What are you
got
gonna
so
do?
much to say about that match. Yeah, I'll
Well,
get
then go ahead
there.
and say it. What do you think of this show?
I like the show a lot. I'm not going to talk about the entirety of every show I watched. I watched more than I come on here every week and say I watched more wrestling than I wanted to. But I did really enjoy that match a lot. I correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. Did you say like I feel like a couple of months ago you said something about Johnny Robbie that was like pretty smart. Do you
I
remember what
think
it
I
was?
said she's a really good wrestler who's never in great matches or
Do you
something
still feel?
along.
Do you still feel that after this? I think that's to say this is not a great match is fair.
I wouldn't say
But
it's better than the usual Johnny Robbie matches. Like, but I also
mhm.
again, I'm not the biggest women's wrestling fan. You're gonna be shocked to hear this, but
Mm.
I think Johnny Robbie doesn't always get the best stuff to work with. Was my
Yeah,
main point, and she still
yeah,
always ends up looking good herself. But yeah, this was a really strong match. I would never call this great, but if you immediately said I thought this was a great match, I would have just let you keep talking. I wouldn't have raised an eyebrow. It was
right,
very
right.
good, and like I feel like
Yeah,
you're splitting hairs at that point.
that's where I land to. Very good, not great. I liked it a lot. I think the thing that stuck out with me, I was largely in agreement with you about Johnny Robbie. I left that match feeling a little bit differently. Mio is to me one of the best 5 women in the world, I'd say at this point. I think I'm really feeling that after this year, especially after the Ihara match from earlier this year, which was just like her just beating the shit out of like somebody who's like basically her protege. I left this match just kind of thinking I'm at the point now where like I have to be like reconsidering like how high I rank her because she's just doing really really solid work. Even still, I do want to give Johnny her flowers. I feel like she did a fantastic job like controlling the pace of this match and using her size, which I'm obviously Mio's really short, but uh Johnny's not all that tall either, but she still kind of used that to her advantage for a lot of it. Um I feel like I left the match thinking I didn't realize that Johnny's only been wrestling for like 4 years, which like allows me to like kind of like extend a lot more grace to her. And then the thing I've been pondering since I watched it, which was only 90 minutes ago, is I'm trying to figure out like if there are any other American women wrestlers who have 4 or 5 years or less experience who are as like competent as she is. And like I'm drawing a blank. If
I'm
any,
gonna talk about one of them later.
okay, great. I can't
Uh,
wait.
I like Amira a lot.
Yeah, Mira's good. How long has she been at it though?
I mean, she's old, but I think she's only been doing it like 3 years.
Yeah, okay, okay. I
I
don't
say
know
she's
how old
old.
Johnny is.
She's like a decade younger than me, I'm pretty sure, but like
Right,
old for a
right.
wrestler, yeah.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I definitely left this like a lot more eager and enthusiastic about Johnny's work. It was
Did
another
you
match that
watch the Natsupoi match?
I did. I didn't
I
like
didn't watch it.
it. Yeah, I don't know if you don't have to. I don't think you're
Mm.
gonna I don't think you're missing anything if you don't see it. But I was impressed by her in that match as well. Less impressed by Natsupoi, who I still think very highly of. But I, just like a Vegas match, just got in that day, whatever. But yeah, I thought she looked good in that as well. I really feel like I left the week more excited. Out of everyone who I'm like more excited to check out from Mania Week, who I hadn't seen a ton from before, she's like probably the person I'm like be putting a lot more energy and effort into going out of my way to catch Russell. Yeah, but I don't know if I could say anything more about Mio. But yeah, one other thing is I guess just for somebody who is only like 4'11", you'd almost never notice it. She doesn't wrestle small. Doesn't look it either. Even in a match like this, where like both competitors are like barely, their heads are barely above the ring ropes. I just thought that she just looked really great in it, as she usually does. I kind of think like when I'm watching her work, I leave it and thinking like from an in-ring perspective, like any woman who's under like 5'3" should be like modeling themselves off of what she does. She's just there aren't any real holes in her game. She's great at selling, she's great at engaging the crowd, great at even like her ground game, I think is just solid, smooth, and fluid in ways that like folks who like wrestle high speed style don't typically do. Like it's usually just checking boxes for them. I never feel that way with her. She seems to be like putting her all into it and across the board. So I just left that match more than anything, just thinking, man, fuck, Mio's fucking great. Not like that's like a real big revelation or anything like that, but like I think she's kind of like, in my opinion, leapfrogged a couple of folks this year, Joshi's especially. I also watch. I know everyone's dying. I mean, everyone who's tuning into this podcast is like, what do the boys have to say about the Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom? And that's what I'm here for.
Is that not the big top?
Watched, is it?
Oh, damn.
I don't know. There's so many big tops. I'm gonna blow my brains out. Do I have big tops today? I might get mad about the big top.
Just because, to clarify for the listeners, I will post stuff in our little private chat channel and just declare everything that I post to be, this is the big top. And Orchid believes me for some reason.
Yeah, you would think at this point I'd learn the rhythm of these men, but I'm learning that unlike women, our periods do not sync up. We're just constantly menstruating. And Pat's way of menstruating is tricking me, and it's working fantastically and flawlessly every week.
That's what tricking Orchid. All right.
Which, by the way, is the big top for this week.
My period. Sick. Finally. All right. I can't wait for Chris to go completely silent and dissociate for 20 minutes. But yeah, in terms of wrestling, I did watch a good chunk of the show. Fuchan Sasario, I know, was good, not great. Probably my favorite match on the undercard. Natsupoi Makito did nothing for me, which kind of sad. I like both of them a lot, even if I don't like rank them all that high. Just really wasn't what I wanted after. God, it feels like it's been like 5 months they were fucking building that match, but just didn't do a ton. But I do kind of want to spend a little bit of time talking about the main event, Saya Kamatani versus Sayaka Kurara. That just sounded like I just said noises, but that's her last name, I think. But yeah, I really wanted to approach this match with love in my heart after Soul's write-up. I have seen a few Saya matches. Before this one, I did see the three-way, the Chihiro, Sari, and Saya three-way from the Fortune Dream Show, which I don't have anything really to say about. You're not missing much if you see it. If you see it, you'll probably like it.
That's a good sign for a 30-minute match.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I could say things about it. I just won't.
Okay, fair enough.
I think, it's. Yeah. I tweeted about it. And that's all I have to say. But I did want to approach this match with just a little bit more thoughtfulness after Soul's incredible blurb for Saya, and wanted to try to like view her in a new light. And I do think that I left this match, even without Soul's write-up, but especially because of Soul's write-up, I feel like I left this match thinking that it was the most I've enjoyed one of Saya Kamatani's matches. I wouldn't say it's structured well. It's a Stardom main event. It's shooting for an epic in places where it probably shouldn't be shooting for an epic. But there are just certain things about this, specifically from Saya's point of view, that are just working better for me than they have in other matches. I wouldn't go so far as to say she's sort of cunt, but she is gesturing and taunting in a way that's really in service of putting over a younger wrestler. You don't really see that a lot in Joshi wrestling. It's mostly like, I'm just trying to engage the crowd, but it really seemed like almost everything she did had an intentional point to it. Which I think is like kind of impressive for somebody who's been so, I guess it's like held up to like a standard I don't even think they particularly have earned. But it was just clear here that she was playing to the crowd for heat and not adoration, which is something that Soul is particularly critical of her about. Not critical, because Soul is really complimentary of her in that write-up. But it was just one of the things that I kind of noticed was that like this was not somebody who was engaging the crowd solely for their own input. It was for their own output. It was for the input of what they could give their opponent. I thought that was really smart. It was a really fucking stupid run-in. Typically, like kind of like what you'd expect. But post that run-in, there's just an exceptional bit of selling from Saya down the home stretch. A lot of finisher spamming, but what I think was really impressive about it was her kickouts were absolutely not just there for artifice. They were in service of putting over an opponent who a lot of folks don't hold at the standard that Sai is at, while also telling the story in ring that this is just somebody who's been carrying the company on her back for the better portion of a year and is just like physically breaking down. So I'm not sure if I'd recommend it if you aren't a Joshi fan because you're like signed up for like a 27-minute long WWE esque reaching for epic type of structure. But if you are somebody who largely skips Stardom in favor of Senjo and Marvelous, I think that you might watch this match and come away with a little bit of a different opinion about Saya. I certainly left like fully in support of Saya Gobert. I'm very interested in seeing like what she is going to do now that she's not going to be the centerpiece of the company. If I have a criticism about it, and I need to be clear, like I think I gave this like 3 stars. It's not like I'm saying like this is like a great match or anything like that. I was just impressed from like seeing somebody who I have felt pretty negatively about do some things that I thought were really impressive. I think the only downside if you go out of your way to watch this is that it's a really confounding booking decision to see a company that's basically setting records when it comes to attendance, and their next decision is instead of like belting anyone who's been with the company for a while and has very solid like foundation, what instead it seems like they're doing is they're putting the belt on like one of the most swagless and indescript junior wrestlers they have on the roster. No offense to Sayaka, she's as cute as a button, but like the work, she's just fucking there for me. She does nothing. It definitely seems like it's a sort of booking that's like meant to benefit the lore of what the company is more than the performers of the wrestling itself. But I don't know, like I leave that saying I still really fucking loved it. I did a bit of GWE watching this week. Checked out some Jun Kasai, some Takeda, some Chris Hero, some Abdul the Busher, some Psychosis, and some Megumi Kudo. Largely just to make sure I felt like secure about where I'm placing those folks in my ballot. I feel pretty confident about most of them. I just had such a great time watching Megumi Kudo. I have not seen any of those matches in like 20 years, and just like returning to him with like a new set of eyes, just like, man, what a fucking worker. I explained her to my wife as if Sky Blue could wrestle like Manami Toyota, who like I'm not somebody who's high on Manami Toyota, but my wife is. And she was like, I'm fucking yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I think out of everybody who I've seen and been doing research over for the last couple of months, she's bound to jump the highest on my ballot. I had her like probably in like the 80s. I think I'm going to probably put her a lot higher. Obviously, my ballot's going to be pretty Joshi heavy. But yeah, really enjoyed that. The only other match that I kind of want to talk about, I'll do it pretty quick, is Charlie Evans versus Eddie Kingston from St. Louis Anarchy. Dan, did you watch that?
Oh, I did watch that.
Yeah. What do you think about that one?
I mean, that one felt almost as talked up as the Hero Senka, and I really didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't see people talk about it as much, and if I had, I think I would not feel as positive about it as I did. I thought it was good. I don't think it was great. Definitely in the same spirit of Senki and Hero, but like longer and more stretched out. There's the added element of the emotional connection the two of them had, and I appreciated that it wasn't just like the context that you're getting from commentary. Like Eddie did seem to like actively push Ev in a couple directions. I think more than anything, I enjoyed this match because when was the last time we saw Eddie Kingston wrestle like longer than 15 fucking minutes?
Yeah, that I mean, I did think that immediately when watching. Like, I was excited that I didn't know how long it was gonna be, but I was excited it was the last match on the show.
Yeah,
Because it's like Eddie pretty much just wrestles 5-minute matches on Ring of Honor, as far as I know. So
right. So if you miss Eddie, I'd say Yeah, watch it. You'll be reminded that Tony Khan has one of the best workers in the world in his company and doesn't fucking do anything with them. Um, so I think that's all I want to say. Has anyone else not talked yet about what they've watched?
I haven't.
Pat has.
Okay, fantastic, great. Okay, because I'm getting
So first,
increasingly angry at all of you.
well, get ready for more because we're going to cycle back to your comment about who in American women's wrestling is as good as Johnny Robbie with under 5 years in. And having not watched Johnny Robbie a ton, I'm just throwing this out as someone who is very good for very little experience, someone who I think has it, and unfortunately is not in a great position to develop that. But I watched the Sol Ruca versus Zarya match where Sol Ruca got killed by being thrown off a balcony.
Yeah,
Sol Ruca has it.
she does.
If she was in any other ecosystem, she would be getting talked about as the next big thing. She still might end up as the next big thing within the WWE, what's the word? The WWE habitat or whatever that, a lot of people are increasingly loath to check out. But she's good. I mean, the match itself, I would call it solid, 3.25, maybe 3.5, because there were some real connective tissue issues. But the stuff that I love, those Attitude Era Plunder Brawls, and that brought me back to what I want to see. What else did I fucking watch? I watched Effie versus Alley Catch.
Thank God.
Thank God. I mean, it's an all-timer. It's a classic. We're going to be talking
really
about
is.
it. We're going to be talking... Dude, Orchid, you watched it, right?
I did, yeah, 3 times.
3
Chris,
times?
did you?
It's hard for you to get through matches sometimes, so I'll rewatch them.
I did watch it.
Okay.
3
Most
times.
awesome thing of Mania weekend was Effie accidentally dropping the ring bell directly on Alley Catch's face. And the match, the way that they intentionally went through the match had no heat, no drama, just no juice. And then by sheer fucking up, they make Alley Catch look like she just got shot in the head. And that added something to it until they just kind of then, deflated it again. The people who are going on and on about how this is easily the worst match of the year, worst match of Mania weekend, I'm like, you guys need to watch more wrestling, because if you think this is the worst thing you've ever seen, you haven't watched any fucking IWRG, baby.
I stepped away. Did we go to the big top?
Oh, this is a big top. Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, this is one of the 9
No,
big tops.
we're not at the big top yet. The big top
Okay,
is coming.
Okay.
The big top is actually what else I watched. I did not watch a lot of Mania weekend because I had a very busy week, but I did go see Stars on Ice with the U.S. Olympic figure skating team.
Hell yeah.
This is my Dave Meltzer, MMA is doing pro wrestling better than wrestling. The Olympic figure skaters are putting on a show better than pro
How
wrestling.
the hell are you not writing this up for the site? This is gold.
That's
tried,
fair.
and you told me no.
That
Did I
didn't
really?
happen.
Oh.
No, don't.
Okay.
I don't. Might have, but don't. Don't believe him.
Why do we all just believe you every time?
Well, I did go see Stars on Ice, and it was awesome. So, I mean,
Was
if you don't
Danny-
believe that part, go fuck yourself.
Was Danny O'Shea there?
Yeah, no, it was Danny O'Shea and Ellie Cam. They were probably the most fun to watch because he just picks her up by the ankle and swings her around. She's 4'2", and he just picks her up like you would pick up a fucking rolled up newspaper and just waving it around in the air.
And he just looks like a fucking the most mid-tier magician you've ever seen.
He looks like Baron Corbin's cousin.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
But
I
no,
know-
they had
I know
Alyssa
all
Liu,
Danny's,
they
by
had
the way.
Ilya Melanin, they had Amber Glenn, they had all the hits. It was a great show. If you get a chance to see it, Stars on Ice. I think they got 19 more stops before. I think the tour ends in Mississippi, of all places.
That's awesome. What when you're saying that they do pro wrestling better than pro wrestlers do, can you just be a little bit more specific about that? It's not that I doubt you. I just
There's
need
more
to hear you say
aura.
it.
There's more chills. The entrances are better. The music is way
cinema.
gayer. The costumes are cooler. I mean, and again, also way gayer.
That's fair.
The way that this crowd of people reacted to Ilya Melanin, you would think like, this is like WWE. If WWE could bottle that crowd energy and put it into WrestleMania, they would. Because he comes out there and he's dressed like, one of the Backstreet Boys doing some slow romantic ice skating song. And he's wearing like an open button-up shirt with like a wife beater underneath. And he pulls that shirt
Can't
off
say that anymore.
and the place explodes. Alyssa Liu, every single gay man in the audience was screaming at full force when she came out to Pink Pantheress.
Well,
I gotta let
yeah.
you know, none of these tour stops are gonna work for me.
Well, that's your fucking problem, man.
I mean, Rochester, maybe Rochester, I can see Sam.
Well, Sam, if you're listening, Stars on Ice. It was a fun time. It was pretty affordable too.
Did you get the meet and greet?
No, those were sold out.
Oh
long
shit,
ago.
yeah, it's sold out in Rochester too. I wish I could get it.
I think they're all sold out because once the Olympic team won gold medals.
Orchid,
I
how
will
far
say,
away is Allen, Texas from you?
Too far away for me to plug it into MapQuest.
Well, I'm
I
just
don't
letting
know
you
where it
know,
is, so.
you got 2
You
opportunities.
still
They're
use
there.
MapQuest?
That is a crazy thing to say. He prints them out. She prints them out.
I do. I do.
She-
It's
you
important.
just-
It's
you just hear
sometimes it's easier
rustle-
just to see it, you know?
She just hear rustling of papers. Like, how far is Allen? Let me look at my atlas.
That is like my mom, even though she uses Apple Maps, still just calls it MapQuest.
Nice. Great.
And Orchid is like, as she should. Oh.
You will say, you brought up Danny O'Shea. The hardest I laughed at anything this week was the lights come up, they're playing that fucking Pitbull and J-Lo song. And when the lights come up, Danny O'Shea is dressed like Pitbull.
That's good shit.
God, we are.
Okay.
I need to get into figure skating.
I'm looking at photos of Danny O'Shea. This is an interesting face on a human being.
I mean,
I'm
he
really
is
into
Baron.
it.
He's like Lil Baron Corbin.
Yeah, I didn't. I just assumed he had hair when you meant that. When you said that, yeah.
Oh no! This is King Corbin era.
King Corbin. Yeah.
He's wearing the outfits that Baron Corbin should have been wearing as king. Anyway, I will say though, like figure skating is not something that I keep up on, because if you watch it on TV, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. But if you see it in person, it's really, really impressive. It's like with the I went to see the Olympic gymnastics team because it's like when you see those, like if you're in like the third row and you see those people right in front of you doing this shit, it's fucking insane.
Okay.
The TV really does not translate just how much like physical effort goes into being an Olympian.
I'm like really obsessed with them tonight. But Sam, if you're listening to this and you can't make the Rochester show, they're going to be in California 2 days before you speak.
Oh my God.
So I'm just saying, maybe you get in a little early. Maybe the company pays for it.
Sam, you got to get out there and try to do business with these people.
Ooh.
You might not be able to get the gold medalist, but they got a bronze medalist.
Unfortunately, the meet and greets are sold out for both Anaheim and.
Do you think he could pair skating with strategy?
There's
Or is that?
I think Sam could pull the "Don't you know who I am" thing and get backstage.
I'm letting people know, like, if you guys ever see me post that I'm in like suites or I got nice tickets, I would say 20% of the time I've paid for them. 80% of the time I've just messaged someone, "Hey, can I have this?"
It's a good way to go about life.
And it just fucking people will be like, "All right, this guy must deserve him. He asked."
That's just the West Virginia way.
Yeah.
People take care of each other down there.
I'm trying to do. Did anyone else want to talk about Alley Catch versus Effie?
I mean,
Like
Isn't
the
that what you're
only
talking about already, Pat? When I jumped in?
Well, I took the detour. I thought Effie wasn't gay enough, so I thought we
Oh,
had to go into figure skating for a bit.
okay, all right.
But no, let's get back to Effie.
I'm
Some are
I'm
calling
mad.
him the
Oh,
number one greatest wrestler ever.
I mean, that's obvious, but I'm mad that in a loser leaves GCW match, they were both booked for the next day.
Yep.
Yeah, and they had to cover that on commentary, where being like, "Yeah, this doesn't affect their booking for tomorrow
And
for
then they
reasons."
still put Allie over fucking everyone in the other match. It's good
I'm
shit.
curious as to where the hell Alley Catch is going. It's like because
Because
I
what
don't
does
know
Allie
if
Katch versus
like
Ulruka look like?
NXT is not a fit for her.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't see how that would work either.
It's just a very very strange situation.
I assume she's gonna go somewhere where she could pair scale and strategy.
I hope so.
I'm not kidding. Like, I'm assuming she's leaving the industry. Where I mean, her leg got naked at
Yeah.
the Hammerstone Ballroom.
Oh,
I
speaking
mean,
speaking of legs, we need to talk for about an hour about her attempt at doing the Moodalock.
Oh my god.
That was one of the wildest things I've seen. That was like that was like, backyard wrestling. Like people kind of be like, all right, I've seen people do this move. I'm just gonna try to figure it out on vibes.
It's like it's Mania weekend. You're surrounded by the ring 24/7. There's rings everywhere. You can't get in there and try it out. Because I'm
That would
being
take time
generous
away
and
from
assuming
WrestleCon meet and greets, I suppose.
I'm gonna be nice and assume that was the first time she ever tried it.
As far as I know.
I'm gonna be mean and say that she learned how to do that before she learned how to speak. And that's how much progress.
Has she learned how to speak yet?
That's a fair point. I have not heard her speak. Thank
Well,
goodness.
there was a lot of speaking in that match. It's just that the
That's
mics
true.
didn't really pick it up. There was a lot of like, how could you?
Yeah,
type yelling.
there was a little bit of that. There was a little bit of Michael's flair when Alley Catch gets the turnbuckle
Mhm.
from Dark Sheik and is about to hit Effie with it, but I can't. Very, very Gargano Ciampa esque in the finishing stretch. Going off what Pat said, like initially, when he started to talk about this match, it is wild, like how the crowd is almost never above a slight murmur
Yeah.
for the 25 minutes of this match. The biggest reactions all involve Effie's trunks being put back up and back down. There's a big cheer when Alley Catch recovers his ass, and a big, big boo when Effie uncovers his ass again.
I know that the point for heels is that like they're supposed to like make us hate them, but Effie is the only wrestler in the world who I watch and makes me hate myself. Like I become a self-loathing bisexual, like watching that man.
I do think that this whole feud is a drastic miscalculation in that there are some wrestlers where their gimmick or their persona or whatever just predisposes people against kind of like buying in to the social contract of we're going to make noise and boo you versus, well, we just don't want to watch this.
Right.
It reminds me of years and years ago. I went to a show with it was Chris Hero versus Kimberly, and the idea was that Chris Hero was going to come out and be the bully and beat the shit out of Kimberly. It was right after that Kimberly versus Chris Dickinson match that everyone got all up in arms about because Chris Dickinson screamed like I'm going to abuse you as he powerbombed her or something. I don't think he did like powerbomb the shit out of her, but like people were just like, this is uncomfortable to watch. So naturally, Drew Cordero was like, okay, we're going to double down on it and have Chris Hero, the woman beater, kill Kimberly. The problem was the crowd wanted to cheer Chris Hero because, he's Chris Hero. He's coming in for an indie date. People wanted to be like, yay, Chris Hero. And so as he's just like battering Kimberly with elbows, everyone's just sitting in awkward silence because they're like, we don't want to like boo Chris Hero. We want to, enjoy a Chris Hero match, but this is just him trying so hard to be like, come on, guys, like give me some heat. I'm like killing this woman. And that's kind of what Effie as a heel feels like, where he's like, I'm stabbing my best friend. Aren't you going to boo me? And it's like, no, we want you to be like the goofy fucking Sean Hayes character of GCW.
Yeah, this, like, I was just kind of trying to wrap my head around, like, what they thought this match was going to be. And I just couldn't do it. Like,
it's a lot like that Richard Holiday versus Charles Mason match from the start of last year or whatever it was, where everyone was just like, what the fuck was that? Where clearly Richard Holiday and Charles Mason had an idea in their head of like, this is the epic payoff to all this. And like, it only mattered to them.
Yeah, but that's like the thing is they've had so much time to think about this and plan it. And like, so like, it's almost like I think that's what they wanted. What they got is what they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that no one else cared. They,
No one else, like
they
you said,
did
no one else wanted it.
what popped them. I mean, Effie versus Mance Warner got a lot more heat, but that was because like Mance Warner's a fucking psycho and they were just whipping chairs at each other full force. This really kind of exposed the limits of the ability when you don't have a Mance Warner around.
You talked about the Dickinson, or not the Hero intergender problem. That in AIW would run Ethan Page against a lot of women, a decade ago. But then Ethan Page, which I don't blame him, he wants to sell T-shirts, so he's also the friendliest motherfucker in the world, like trying to become best friends with everyone at intermission, so he can sell those T-shirts. So there's like the guy you see hugging everyone, taking pictures, and selling shirts is then like screaming that he's gonna fucking kick Silesia Sparks' teeth in, or kicking Candice LeRae.
Yeah, it was like
What do we do here?
when I went to see ICW No Holds Barred, they brought in Ludark, and like the crowd was going to cheer for Ludark no matter what because she's coming all the way from Mexico. Danny Demanto was like, I have to put a hat upon a hat and then like, be like, you stupid Mexican bitch, I'm going to kick you back across the border, whatever other dumb, going for like really 80s heel heat. And it just kind of like was taking the enthusiasm away from the match because people are just like, no, we just want to see you two hit each other with gusset plates. And then after the match, Danny Demanto goes back to like his show ending promo being like, wow, what a great show. Thanks, fans. It's like, you were just like calling her like, basically everything short of a slur, dude, like 15 minutes ago.
This is why one of like the indie shows that sticks out in my mind a lot is the ICW Milwaukee Insane 8 I went to in 2019 that Nick Gage worked. And this was like peak Nick Gage in like deathmatch ace. Everyone fucking loved Nick Gage at the time. He was the darling, but in this tournament he worked heel as like just like talked shit about Wisconsin and the Packers and all that, and like he was not there at the intermission, and like after the show when Nick, like people were like walking around getting pictures with all the wrestlers, like Matt Tremont was holding court and stuff like that, Nick Gage in his Allen Iverson jersey was just like still in character and still saying like, "No, fuck you, I'm not getting a picture." And like you could tell that like Nick Gage also like kind of was regretting it because he wanted to be there for the fans, but he's like, no, for like this angle I'm working in ICW Milwaukee to work, I have to be a dick to the fans. And
Okay,
so he was a dick to the fans.
I had to look it up as you were talking. You got to work heel when he's going against Dan O'Hare and Orin Veidt.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
way
Orin Veidt is the ICW Milwaukee ace. So
I have a feeling they would have been fine cheering Nick Gage over him, though.
yeah.
Gonna go out on a limb.
I mean, some people are just born baby faces, like Orin Veidt.
The Dark Prophet.
I think it's awesome that GCW will bring in Orin Veidt like once a year, and it's just to put someone else over in a death match. They're gonna be like, we need to give like Mr. Danger some wins going into Tournament of Survival. Hey, suddenly we remember we have Orin's number.
Oh, that's a literal match that happened this year.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I don't know why I doubted you.
They did the same thing last year with Dr. Redacted. Like Orin Veidt's one GCW match was like, all right, we need someone to give Dr. Redacted some heat.
All right. Anyone else got anything else to say about Alley Catch versus Effie?
Match of the year.
Well, that goes without saying.
I just think it's great that, like, to me, Effie is just proof that it doesn't matter if you're annoying, unathletic, or largely just bad at your job. Like, if you're gay, you can do anything.
Yeah. And he's also proof that if you build a connection with the fans, you can main event, mid-level to high-level indie for forever. And even if you build a connection with the fans, you can try to do dramatic heel turns, and they'll be like, "Go fuck yourself."
Okay. I'm not just
Like,
doing this to plug the May 2026 Violent People streaming guide, but is Effie not on the fucking May GCW shows? That's really funny too.
find out.
To have a loser leaves GCW show and they both stay for one day and then they both leave.
Maybe he's flying to Turkey to finally get that hair situation.
I mean, to be
fixed.
fair, we're going off of the match. I'm going off the match list that I myself inputted. So like there's a lot of room for error there.
No, that's
Did you input it this time, or did your little friend
I
do it?
inputted it last time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
You said you used Gemini for it.
I said I used Gemini for part of it, but you can't use it for match
Part of it.
listings because I wanted Joey Janela on every show.
Okay, so all right.
I used it to
So
make
no-
like to do a little bit of framework, do little adjustments
it.
here and there, but it will not. You cannot let it touch the match listings because it gets fucking weird.
You heard it here first. Pat versus Effie at St. Louis Anarchy.
Well, fuck. I'd go see that.
I feel like Effie's probably taller than me. Not by
He's pretty
much,
tall.
but I think he is taller than me, which is weird for GCW because most of their wrestlers are visibly shorter than me.
Well, he's got to work somewhere.
I feel like Effie's almost certainly going to be appearing on these shows, just not officially like in a match. Like they're going to keep doing they were doing an angle earlier this year leading up to the Alley Catch match where they were like banning Effie from the shows and he kept trying to get in.
Man, more indies should do that. They should ban him from the shows.
And then pay them to show up.
Oh my god. Since I already plugged the thing I put up today, people should check it out. I guess I'll also plug new Q&TR with Parm.
It was a good listen.
It always
Very
is. I mean, not the audio, but the content. New worn out tapes from Pork. And I think that's it. We'll be getting new 2CW from Sam before the next episode. Everyone should
Right.
check that out.
I read both those pieces. I didn't understand a single word of them, so keep it up, Sam.
That's how you know it's good.
Yep.
He I'm getting a little spoiler here. I don't reading the matches that he's watching, I don't want to hear him ever judge the matches that anyone else watches again.
He's so good at judging people, though.
He is really good at it.
He's so good at it.
He's you might even say he's a 10-year force in the judging people economy. You might
Nailed
say
it.
I got it. That was so many tabs away, Chris. You don't understand. I couldn't just.
We heard.
No, it's gonna not. I'm gonna take it out in post. You won't hear any of the clicking or the papers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It'll be all perfect.
Take me out in post after that.
That'd be a funny thing to just delete one person's audio. Oh,
Episode 100.
okay,
should
Pork.
be
I got a
just
new
deleting.
idea for a show, Pork. You do 4 people per episode, but randomly you like roll a die and you delete that person, like one person's audio.
He's gonna do it. That's beautiful.
Is it Pat? Are there any more big tops?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go see Focus Pro this weekend.
Oh, what's
Let's
on
go
that?
through the card. We've
Let's
got
do it step by step.
a 4-way match: Junie Underwood versus Mike Graka versus Flying Ryan versus Violent People Hall of Famer Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Oh shit.
We have Leroy Robinson, formerly of Matt Tremont's H2O promotion, versus Teriyaki. We have Diego Alvarez versus our favorite wrestler, Effie. We have Mance Warner versus Brian Bayside, and I'm trying to remember who Brian Bayside is. Maybe, Dan, this seems like a guy that you would have been watching 10 years ago.
I just clicked on him. He's only been wrestling for 3 years.
From the picture of him, I'm like, this looks like a guy whose like career peak was in 2010, and he's still doing this on the weekends.
Oh my god. Yeah, he does. I feel like
That
I've
is-
seen this guy wrestle before. I can't think of who I've seen him wrestle, but I feel like I recognize this. Oh, apparently him and Effie have wrestled in Focus Pro before.
But moving on, relaxed rules: JB Anderson versus Vixen.
Brian Bayside has
Focus
had
Pro
relaxed rules against Charles Mason in Focus Pro. Apparently he's their ace.
Yeah. We got the tag team titles: Post Game versus Busta and the Brain. We've got the women's championship: Kaya McKenna versus Steph Delander. And then we've got the Focus Pro championship: Manny Aries defending against Frankie Kazarian, the Elite Hunter.
Oh shit.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, do you think Frankie's gonna take the belt?
I think so.
Bring
And
on
he's going to
Frankie.
wear it on TNA Impact to boost the promotion.
I mean, if you could boost.
It's always crazy when a local indie has 3 titles. I'm just kind of like, no, you gotta build up to that one, bro.
What?
I may or may not be debuting my new Chen Yoda shirt in this, because I think it would be very funny to like go up to Mance Warner wearing a Chen Yoda shirt and be like, "Can I get a picture, bro?"
Now their 3 titles though. That's just men's, women, and tags.
Yes,
that?
and there's also Brian Bayside. Oh, the Brian Bayside Mance Warner match is for the IWTV title. So that
I
we
mean,
can
this
kind
is
of call it 3.5 titles.
yeah. I guess this is a freezing cold take, but why do they still have that?
I don't know.
I just can't think of. I don't know who is benefiting.
It
from
was
the
very,
IWTV
very
title.
funny. Like I watched just on that show, which was, it felt like it was 18 hours long. I watched I had to scroll all the way through it to find the 60-second long Mance Warner versus Krule match. And that was very funny. They just like Krule released his statement about like, here are all my thoughts and feelings about the stabbing. And then like Mance Warner's just like, I'm gonna donk you with a chair and take your title.
Hit him so hard that Krule said, "I don't like bestiality. Stop telling people I like bestiality."
That's the real big top. Episode title: Barking Up the Wrong Tree. Krule's Rough Week.
I was trying to find the card for the next show I'm going to, but I don't. Indie promotions fucking hate for you to know who's wrestling.
Is this the Shane Douglas Appalachian?
No, I wish. I don't know when they're running again next. This is Gary Dameron's All Star Wrestling. He does the thing where he has like 1 million people come in for the meet and greet. So it kind of, if you look at the poster, you think you're gonna get to see like Road Dogg and Ron Simmons and
Right.
all those. Lex Luger's wrestling. Steve Carino's on here, but really you're gonna get like not Chris Hamrick. Hamrick versus Brock Anderson. You're gonna get Jason Kincaid versus Facade versus Huff
Oh,
Manley, and then I can't see his name, but Angelina Love's boyfriend, what's his name? Fodder.
Davey Richards.
No, I wish. Versus Mance Warner and Steph DeLander. No, she used to wrestle for ASW with a lot of with Davey Richards and a lot of mixed tags, and now she just has a new boyfriend and does the same thing. I think they've been together a long time,
Nice.
actually. I don't want to say new, but newer than Davey Richards. But yeah. You guys want to answer some questions?
Yeah.
All right. We got a Wacky Line channel now, so it should be really easy.
And good work on you, by the way, managing the wacky line.
I'm trying my
Incredibly
best.
impressed.
I will
You're
say what
doing
I'm going to
great.
do this week, because I didn't do it last week, is I'm going to have to say, like, end of this week. Okay. And a lot of this, I don't get the context, and so I apologize. Question for the pod. Do you like chocolate milk?
Am I 5 years old? What kind of question is that?
Well, now you're embarrassing me because I absolutely like chocolate milk.
I love chocolate milk.
Yeah. Chris?
I mean, I can't remember the last time I've had chocolate milk, but I enjoy a chocolate milk.
Yeah. Chris is like, mix it with some Baileys, maybe.
Mostly sober tonight.
Oh shit, mostly sober. I like it.
Just on
Boo.
prescription medications that do make me feel strange, but not in the normal ways I am feeling strange.
You are awake much later in the podcast than usual.
Yeah.
Question for the pod. What percentage of the W roster could you defeat in a Beyblade battle?
Again, what am I? 5? Like what?
Yeah, sometimes I don't know what to say to these people.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't know what Beyblade is, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say 100 motherfucking percent, bitches.
Oh shit, that's confidence.
Yeah, fuck you, Soul Ruka.
I
mean, if you're picking the one person who I'm like, she could probably kick our ass.
She could probably
Beyblades.
fucking kick.
I can't imagine.
I don't know what that
I
is,
could do
but...
better than Soul Ruka.
Spell.
You're being really nice.
To you or
I don't know, probably both. Question for the pod. What do you know about Ray and Nephew? I don't know what that means.
All right, if you want the context for this one, my portraiture of y'all last week, apparently one of the characters looks like one of the characters from Ray and Nephew. So our answer to this question is nothing. We're all old.
I thought that was like alcohol. I got it. If I don't know what one of these fucking questions means, I'm ending the wacky line. Question for the podcast. If the hosts of VPR were transported into the world of Disney's cars and turned into vehicles, what vehicles should your co-host turn into?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question? I feel like I just had a stroke.
It's pretty simple. If the hosts of VPR, that's us, were transported into the world of Disney, I think it's Disney Pixar's cars, right? I mean, we gotta give Pixar their credit.
Yes.
And turned into vehicles, what vehicles should your co-host turn into? I mean, Pat, you're a mail truck, right? Is that fair?
Well, there are different kinds of mail trucks.
I like
They're
the new
different.
ones that look like they're from fucking future. You know what I'm talking about?
Those ones are so fucking weird. We don't have those here yet, but I saw one while I was driving recently.
I almost got in a wreck because I was like staring at it. I was like, why are the windows shaped like that?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks insane. I think those are the electric ones. I think they're electric.
Oh, maybe. I have no idea, but I didn't picture you as I pictured you as like a classic.
Same.
Like the old ones that look like a box with wheels.
Yeah.
I think I would be the we have ones that are called ProMasters, which are just Dodge Ram vans, and I feel like I would be one of those.
I like to think Chris would be a Camaro IROC Z.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know anything about cars, so
Me neither.
that
but I
sounds like a
remember
Yeah.
cool
moving it.
car.
It was fucking cool. When I was 3, I thought it was the coolest car in the world, and I think you're the coolest car in the world.
oh man, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're
That
welcome,
means so
baby.
much.
Somebody do me. Somebody do me.
I
I mean, the obvious joke is you'd be an IROC, but
Mm. No Z?
well I got an issue here where I tried to Google sexiest car and it Googled sexiest cartoon and I'm in a whole nother world now.
no,
Oh, he's
Dan,
masturbating.
That
are
tab was
getting
open already.
dangerously close to Krule territory here.
He's jerking off to Rosie Red again, isn't
Oh
he?
my god. I didn't know Dexter's mom had it like that. But here we are.
You didn't? I mean, that's common that people talk about that one.
All right. Anyone got a car for me or can I just move on?
Oh
can move
yeah,
on.
absolutely.
Oh.
I don't know anything
Dan,
about
no, Dan, I feel like you would be like a Chevy Silverado.
Love it.
Really?
I just feel like that if you imagine like the Dan center of the United States, everyone there drives a Chevy Silverado, whether they want to or not.
It's very true.
I would like to think of Dan as a Ford Aeros. I like to think of Dan as a Ford Aerostar, which, if you're not familiar with, is the first minivan powered exclusively by the V6.
Holy shit. That's beautiful.
That was the car I wanted when I was in high school, and you're
for-
the car
for-
I want now
For sex?
Yeah,
both
for
the car and me,
sex.
right?
I just wanted. I wanted to move out the. I wanted to take out the seats and put like 2 couches in the back.
How many
I thought
people is
that'd be
this? How
really
many people is
fucking
this
cool.
seat?
As many as you want, brother.
That's legally not true, just so you know.
That's I think it seats, and I'm going completely off memory here. I think it seats. I think it seats 8. It seats 8. I know
Okay.
it seats 8.
All right. I'm looking for I want like a passenger van kind of what I'm in the market for. Q for the P. If you have a sandwich and you cut it in half and one half is obviously bigger than the other, what order do you eat the halves in?
I have such a detailed answer to this question.
Let's hear it.
I want to hear Chris. Chris seemed like he was going to chime in.
Yeah.
You know Chris loves a sandwich.
The question is, do I have a side or not? Is my first question.
You have
You
a,
get both
you get
sides.
you get a bag of chips.
Okay.
Oh, now I get the question.
Because like if it was like a fries situation, would eat the smaller half with the fries and save the big one for later.
See, that is my exact answer was, this is like a humble brag, is like I'm better at controlling my eating. Before the answer is both. It doesn't matter. But now I would eat the smaller side and the smaller half and then a side and then save the other half for later.
It's crucial stuff.
Yeah. Orchid, I want your answer. It's very detailed.
I think this question shows a lack of imagination from the asker. And I think that if you are the sort of person who are eating your sandwiches one half and then the other half, I also think that shows a lack of imagination. From my perspective, every bite of a sandwich should be designed to ensure that the last bite of the sandwich that you have has the maximum coverage of every item within the sandwich. So sometimes that's in the middle, sometimes it's in the side. It's all going to depend on the structure of your sandwich.
So
right?
is
Like,
there
if
a
you're making
world?
something
Let me completely interrupt you. So is there a world where you eat like the outside of both of these halves first?
That's typically what I'll do. Typically, is I'll take a bite of the thickest portion first to just get a full understanding of what's going on in the sandwich.
Okay, yeah.
Learn it a little bit, and then from there, it's all outside. I'm getting rid of the outside because the last thing I want to do when I'm eating a sandwich is wish I was still eating that sandwich. So I'm trying to get the worst parts over with as quick as possible. And then from there, every bite from that point forward is a calculated one. I'm picking up one side, putting it down, picking up the other side, putting it down until like I know full well that like I'm getting my last bite is just covered with meat, cheese, and as much whatever condiment I've used as possible.
Pat, it's gonna be tough to top that, but what do you got?
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Anytime.
I think I just usually eat the bigger one first.
All right.
I mean, I don't really think about it. I just kind of pick up a half of the sandwich, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
I want you to know, Orchid thinks a lot about it.
I do.
Question for the podcast: is Frankenstein's monster a zombie, or does the fact that he's made up of multiple dead bodies mean he should be classified as something else?
Yeah, he is a Frankenstein.
Well, no,
Yeah, Frankenstein is its own category.
he's Frankenstein's monster. He's not a Frankenstein.
Yep.
Well, he is a Frankenstein in that he continues the lineage of his father, Victor Frankenstein.
I guess
He's a member of the family.
Shit. Fuck. He got your ass.
Yeah, he really fucking roasted me. I'm gonna meet
So
the
suck on that.
Frankenstein when I go to Universal next week. Gonna get my picture
Goddamn right
taken.
you are.
I'm gonna get my picture taken with him.
I can't wait.
I'm pretty
I can't
excited.
wait. I can't wait to hit. I
Oh
can't.
my
I can't wait
God.
to hit the 3 heart emoji on that one.
I want you to
Oh,
know, man, the fucking
instantly heart.
I'm already getting fucking flamed for fucking being, I guess, apparently too well off to have my fucking tattoo. Wait till people see the fucking trip I'm gonna have at Universal. The amount of money, the amount of fucking capitalist greed I'm gonna fucking partake in.
Let's go. Rough.
Question for the podcast: favorite one-off Simpson character?
Huh?
I mean, Hank Scorpio is my go-to answer because I love that episode.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do love the bit with Roy in the Poochie episode. I love Roy. He makes me crack up every time.
he made me smile just you saying, Roy.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm gonna go with the baddest bitch who ever lives, Jessica Lovejoy.
That's a good answer. My first one is Handsome Pete, who dances for nickels.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my, also Rex Banner, I can't forget him. But I think I have to give the edge to one of the stupidest yet funniest jokes in Simpsons history. And I'm going to give the nod to my old friend, Mr. McCraig, who has a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg.
Oh, okay. Who was that? Oh, damn it. That was Pork, and that was a good one. Fuck. Didn't mean to give him credit. Here we are. All right. Pork, question for the pod. Did Tom Brady deflate the football?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
All right. You said lock in. I'm going 45 on this, but all right.
Yep.
Yep,
I did.
Q for the P. Okay. Chocolate milk, yes or no? Sometimes I don't know if they're making fun of us.
They are.
Okay.
Sometimes. Okay.
They're all so much younger and cooler that's like, okay, this chocolate milk thing's a fucking meme. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no,
about.
they're way cooler for being 20 years old.
Talking
hanging out
about
on a
Beyblade?
wrestling Discord.
Yeah. Right.
No, I mean, you got the thing is,
The
all
coolest
the
thing you can
coolest
do.
20-year-olds are on Twitter 23 hours a day
Hey.
talking about their GWE ballot.
Hey,
Right.
How much
you gotta
like
say
how
they're
much
cool.
they're staying inside at their computer pirating wrestling.
I was
In
really
between
mad.
pounding pussy.
Somebody in our
coolest people.
Discord was telling someone else on our Discord not to go out in a bar, and I was like, this is one of the only people in our Discord that goes out to bars. Let them do it. And then I think they said they were under 21. I was like, oh, god damn it. Let's see. Q for the P. Which Violent People podcast host / writer's funeral would draw the most attendees?
Sam.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
Sam.
10
I mean,
He's a 10-year force in the creator economy, known for pairing scale with strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought we were all gonna unanimously say Chris here. I thought it would be Chris.
I
No,
think Chris.
real people's-
Okay, here's a good follow-up. Who would draw the most mourners? That's Chris.
There you go. That's
More people are
100%. Yep.
more people are at Sam's, but more people
Chris
are
would be
sad
the
at Christmas.
only one of us to have a shrine at their place of business saying like in memoriam.
That's fair. Yeah. So yeah, so like we're thinking Sam's funeral is more of like kind of like a who's who situation. Like you're there because you
It's a
don't
networking
want
event.
You have to be
Yeah,
there.
right,
If
right.
anyone is anyone's there. So like you
Everyone, yeah,
yeah.
gotta be there. Gotta be there. It's the Porsche fashion show.
I'm
of
already
funerals,
trying
yeah,
to get
it
in
is.
right now. Just
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
Oh, he's
shit.
dead. He's dead. We missed it. We missed
Oh,
it.
shit, we
he-
missed
No,
it.
I was
that's
there. It
fine.
was beautiful.
of course you
That's
were.
good.
Tanner's eulogy was
Loud.
Was
yeah.
it was loud.
He took a break to eat a bunch of hot dogs. That was kind of weird.
He
but
said the tears make him go down faster. So, what wrestler who, if they died and their funerals was within, let's say, 5 hours of you, would you attend said funeral? Listen, the easy answer is no, but I gotta be honest. If I go to Necro's funeral, which would be within 5 hours of here, that's good content.
I think it should be amended for 5 minutes.
So what wrestler funeral would you go to if it was in 5 minutes of your apartment?
Dysfunction, because that's the most logical one that would actually be 5 minutes away from my apartment. And I have to give my respects to Dysfunction, because in wrestling in Wisconsin, that's Disconsin, baby. It's named after him.
Pat, would you go to John Walter's funeral?
No, but I'd go to RJ Brewer's.
Hell yeah. Oh man. What's your favorite mob movie?
Now is Scarface a mob movie?
I think it is.
Okay. Because if not, I was gonna say Muppets Take Manhattan.
That's one of my least favorite Muppets.
Yeah, oh yeah, but great mob movie.
I feel like Chris and Pat are gonna have really really good answers, so I'm just gonna say The Godfather and let these two guys talk about some Korean film.
Yeah, no, the Korean film.
Okay.
That was my answer. The Korean film.
I knew it. It's probably called. I have to fucking look at that. On the Criterion Collection.
There is a version of me that is
I
dying on the
do think The
inside.
Godfather is like The Godfather is one of those movies where like especially if you're a young person, there's that instinct to be like, this is so hyped. I'm going to be an iconoclast and say like, actually, The Godfather sucks. Actually, The Godfather's mid, I guess you would say if you were young. But like that doesn't work because it is just that fucking good.
Yeah.
I actually showed it to a family member within the last year who said like, I've been around 40 years, I've never watched it. What's the point? I was like, you're gonna like it. We put it on and he's like, oh shit. Yeah, really good. I'm like, yeah, people
it's
aren't
really
faking it.
really fucking good. To give a non-stock answer of like Godfather, Goodfellas, which are endlessly rewatchable.
Casino.
Yeah, Casino. The Friends of Eddie Coyle.
Oh, that's a fucking fantastic movie.
Yeah, that's some Boston shit. I know you'd be into
I
that.
used to drive
That's sick.
the bank where they do the bank heist. It's like a Citizens Bank. Nowadays, it's a Citizens Bank, at least in Dedham, Massachusetts. I used to drive past it every day going to one of my jobs.
Yeah, if anyone listening to this, if you have never seen The Friends of Eddie Coyle, it is incredible.
Thanks for that. I just watched them.
It's a great novel too.
I not accidentally, I put on American Gangster a few nights ago, and what a movie, because it's a film. And that had me just really thinking about mob movies, and I watched a couple of Whitey Bulger documentaries last night, so that's gonna be sick for me to transition into that.
Donnie Brasco was a film we owned on VHS. So I think
a
that
good
might
one.
be one of the mob movies I watched the most.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rather than go with like, oh my God, like all the stuff that is in everyone's letterboxed top 5 mob movie list. You guys ever seen a movie called The Drop with
Oh,
Gandolfini
I
and
fucking
Tom
love
Hardy?
that movie.
That's a great movie. Matthias Schoenaerts is the guy who's like, "You took my dog."
Oh my god.
And
I
this
really
is
gotta
I'm not sure if it counts as a mob movie, even there is an organized crime element to it. Matthias Schoenaerts, who's in that movie The Drop as like the sketchy guy who's claiming that Tom Hardy stole his dog. He's in a movie from Belgium called Bullhead, and where he plays like a roided up like mob enforcer who just like cannot process his emotions at all, and he's just like shooting up testosterone all day and just freaking out. Like there's a girl he likes and he can't conceptualize how to express that he likes her other than to like beat up anyone who talks to her. It's a really good movie.
I literally
It's called
watched
Bullhead.
those
It's from Belgium.
I watched those, like, back to back one night because I watched The Drop, and I didn't really know that guy, and then I watched that, and they're like you can barely tell it's the same dude.
Yeah. No, like once he got off the gear
Yeah.
from Bullhead and like thinned out to like his normal weight. Good actor, Matthias Schoenaerts. Recommend him.
I'm Italian from Staten Island. I really can't. I'm getting madder and madder at myself in my answer, and I also do not consider Scarface to be a mob movie. Like I just can't really fuck with that as a choice. So I'm revising my answer to say King of New York or Black Caesar. I think those are
I thought
probably.
you were gonna say Gangster Squad with Ryan Gosling doing this voice the entire movie.
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer mob movie that is a mob movie and is great is Married to the Mob, directed by Jonathan Demme.
Also, not a very good movie, but a very fun Tom Hardy performance is when he played the Cray twins in Legend.
That's exactly how I would describe that movie. Not a good movie. Fun Tom Hardy performance.
Yeah, sometimes clips from that movie
Somebody
will
ask this
come
question
up.
again next week. I want to talk about this all the time.
Sometimes clips from Legend will come up on, like, TikTok or whatever, or Reels or whatever random doom scrolling I'm doing, and I'm like, "This really makes it seem like it's a good movie." It is not. Question for the podcast. Did you press the red or blue button? I don't want you guys to answer it. Everyone can just go read the 700 posts that Andy and Pork did back and forth about it. It seemed real interesting.
Oh yeah, no, totally interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
question for the
Next
podcast.
question.
What would your mob nickname? What would be your mob nickname?
I'm trying to not say the mailman because that's Karl Malone's.
I really think mine would probably be Orchid.
Did you say Forked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I think mine would be Karl Malone.
I don't That's good.
That'd be the alias I use.
I'm, like, so sleepy. I'm really trying to come up with stuff, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Chrissy Two Legs.
Yeah, we call him Johnny Shirts on account of he's always wearing a shirt. We never see him topless.
Well, that couldn't be me. I'm not Danny Shirts. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man.
All right. Question. I sent this one here, and I somehow haven't read it. Question for the podcast. Would you delete your Twitter if someone found out you like bestiality tweets?
I would say
No,
yes.
I mean that's the thing. Krule is doing exactly what you should do, which is just post through it. It's like that big. That's like that fucking drill post when Alan Dershowitz was just posting nonsense where it's like, Alan, this is your lawyer. I advise you to keep posting this shit.
But the problem there is he reposted the screenshots of him liking bestiality tweets. You didn't have to do that.
No, it's I gotta read his fucking tweet.
Why he gets this, I
His
want
things.
everyone to know that if anything 1/10 that weird came out about me, I would delete my Twitter and I would delete violentpeople.co before Sam could stop me.
Okay. You know, the person posted the screenshots of Krule liked, you know, the fucking bestiality porno account. You pointed this out to me several years ago. I believe I pointed out then it was accidental. You have messaged me since then, but I see you have been sitting on an opportunity. I will also assume you are one of the people trying to hack into my social accounts 8 times today. And the person said, like, that wasn't me. I didn't do any of that shit. Krule replies, what would you like for me to do exactly? What will make you feel better? Like he just keeps interacting with this one person. You want something. You wouldn't post this unless you had an agenda. What's the play? I just want to help you feel good about you. Like, this is exactly what you should be doing, Krule.
We need Ricky here to defend them.
Logan Creed. I mean, it would be awesome if Krule's just like, I'm taking a step back from wrestling, and like, Ricky, can you just like, if anyone DMs my account, can you just like handle it? And Ricky's just like, all right, posting is Krule now.
Ricky posted during the whole stabbing thing. He posted on his Facebook. I don't remember what he said, but he's like, and I know I got a bunch of fucking rats who are gonna screenshot this and post it. And he was just so mad about it. And I love him so much. Question for the pod: Lenny or Carl?
I love Lenny.
Yeah,
Lenny might be my
Yeah.
favorite Simpsons character.
What the bit in that one episode where he's like, they were making fun of me. Tomorrow I'm gonna punch Lenny in the back of the head, and then there's just a 1-second shot of Lenny being punched in the back of the head. Like, that is one of the perfect Simpsons jokes. Man, the Simpsons used to be so good. Why can't wrestling just be old Simpsons?
I can't. Next week it'll be, instead of what wrestling we watched, what Simpsons have you watched?
Oh my god, that would be my Orchid week, where I'm just like, okay,
That's
strap
a really
in,
good
'cause-
bit for episode 100.
It is. I like that. That's sick.
If you could pick a recently released WWE wrestler to get on the podcast and air their grievances, who would it be?
Zelina Vega.
That's
Bo
the funniest.
Dallas.
Absolutely. Zelina Vega, because she cannot stop herself from saying dumb shit. She would, by the end of the thing, we would have like somehow confused her into admitting to liking bestiality tweets.
She's just screaming, "What would you like me to do?"
Bo Dallas is on the show, and he's airing his grievances, but it's not about WWE. It's about the Illuminati.
Ooh. Or we could have Bo Dallas on, and just the second he connects, we hit record and be like, so you fumbled Liv, huh?
Oh my god. Who's one of the names that like only Pat knows, but it's not a real person that got released? I'd like to have one of them on.
See, even I don't know those people. Those are people that Saul knows.
So you're not a fan of Carlee Bright?
I have no idea who that. I'm sure I watched the Carlee Bright versus Brinley Reese match.
Okay, but
I don't
and here's the thing:
have any memory.
I could just have any female I know, which I know at least 3, and just
Female?
just call it Carlee. Call them Carlee Bright. Yeah, we're getting more alt-right. I don't know if you noticed. Call them all Carlee Bright, and no one knows what Carlee Bright sounds like. No one could call us liars.
We should get your niece on here and call her Kylie Bright. She's just like,
Even Carlee
I
Bright's
just
like,
hate it.
I'm not sure if I did this or not.
Which is Sam. This week you're being a character.
Oh my god.
Was it Brinley Reese? That was the person you reviewed all their matches.
Yeah,
right?
Brinley Reese.
No, we all know
she's great. She's
Brinley.
getting married.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Good for
Oh,
her.
wait, no.
Um,
I just found the WWE 2K25 match upload. So it doesn't look like it happened, but this might be the match I pay Simon to write about. this particular WWE simulation.
there's definitely an alternate universe where everyone in the Violent People Discord have a hyperfixation on numerology instead of wrestling. What would be your number 1 number on the top 100 greatest numbers ever list?
Are you stupid? It's number 1.
Oh, I was so
Yeah.
sure. If you could have froze time, I would have bet everything in my wallet you were going to say 69.
No, it's number 1.
Where does 69 come on the top 100?
69.
Damn it. That's so obvious. I missed it. Now we're getting to the fucking important questions. I think
We didn't even get in. Wait, we didn't even get into Alley Catch's ring gear for her big dramatic match being covered with like angel numbers and whatever.
Oh my god.
Well, because they're in Vegas. They're in Vegas. I
No,
was
it
thinking
wasn't
the
a
same
Vegas thing.
thing.
It was like a numerology, like horoscope thing.
I think that's what it was, but let's roll with it. That's cool. Let's do it.
No, it would be big if it was just like 777 and like
That's
a bunch
fair.
of
Wait,
cherries
you're
and
right.
stuff like
No,
that.
you're right. You're fucking right.
Yeah, it
no,
was like
just
fours
amazing.
and shit.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Hey,
That's beast.
I'm sure this is problematic to say, but like every time Allie gets lamer, that just means like MJF is even lamer, right? Like, what are we doing? Everyone
Ugh.
sucks. I hate to tell that about.
It would be awesome if MJF suddenly got into like numerology.
I think he
He was just
probably
doing
is
weird
into it.
promos about like gematria and stuff.
Oh
The
my
number
God.
23 promo from MJF.
MJF's new Kabbalah gimmick.
Q for the Orchid's wife. Austin Pie recommendations?
Yeah, so she got back to me pretty quick about this. She's got 2 for you.
Okay. I'm ready. Wait.
You get the pecan and Dutch apple from Upper Crust, which I can't recommend. But her second recommendation is the key lime pie from Quack's on 43rd Street. And I, for the love of everything holy, I can't recommend Quack's enough. That is a solid motherfucking bakery.
I think naming a place after Mike Quackenbush will get Dan.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah, no, that place fucking goes hard, and the key lime there is pretty dope. So that's her answer there.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to. And there was another question here for your wife, which I guess we'll have to get back for. Maybe you could answer it.
Nope, I asked her.
Oh,
Nope.
how many hot dogs does she think she could eat in 10 minutes?
Thank you, Poetry, for asking this question. I'm so happy you did because it has completely broken my brain. So
I think I say
let me-
marriage.
I'm let me just ask y'all, do y'all have an idea how many hot dogs you think you could eat in 10 minutes?
If I was Tanner, I'd say something like 78 because I'm an idiot.
It's a fair answer.
My actual answer is like 8.
8? You think you can throw down 8?
I think that's too many. I don't know.
Fuck me. I don't know. Yeah, I think
has to be money in the
I
line.
want to say like 6 or 7. Like they don't take that long to eat. If you have 10 minutes, I mean, the main issue would just be making yourself sick from wolfing down so much processed meat so quickly and like potentially choking. Because I'm not gonna do like the weird fucking thing where they just like slurp them down without a bun or whatever. Like I'm gonna eat the bun.
I'm gonna eat the bun.
So I mean, I feel like I could get like maybe 6 before I'm just like, okay, I don't feel good. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, yeah, the actual
All right.
answer is I'd have 2 and be like, that was fun.
All right. So Chris, you haven't answered how many you think you could eat in
I
that
am
amount
in
of time?
a similar situation. It would be like 5 or 6, and I'd be like, all right, this is like, I regret every decision that led up to this.
All right. I think I could probably do like I mean, I got a lot of gastrointestinal issues and some fucking strange thing going on in my esophagus where it just closes pretty randomly. So I don't think I could do more than 2.
That's less than ideal.
Yeah, it's not great. I have a blast over here. But fucking my wife just as quickly as possible just threw out the number 15.
That's stupid.
I tried to debate with her, like, no, be like, yeah, like that seems excessive. And she's like, have you seen me like throw down food before? And in her defense, like, when it comes to volume and time, like there are just shocking things that happen with how quickly she could finish food. Going out to eat even before my esophagus issues was like alarming because like we'd get an appetite. It's kind of marriage where I kind of have to be like, hey, like you can't, like you have to be like, cognizant of like how much of the appetizer you're eating because I had 2 chips. But 15 would put her in contention with like, it wasn't until 1986 when Mark Heller downed 15 and a half hot dogs in 10 minutes at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. So she, in a time machine, she would be one of the best competitive eaters in history.
And what a crazy thing to do with a time machine, by the way. Irresponsible on your wife's part.
A lot of LARPers here when it comes to hot dogs.
I do relate to her on the issue of like for me, it's not about the quantity of the food. It's just like the food is in front of me, so I'm going to eat it. So it's like if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out eating with someone, I'm eating like way faster than them because like anytime I'm not talking, I'm just like shoveling the food in my mouth to get it all eaten. But on the other hand, it sounds like your wife is Team Tanner.
Oh
She
no.
is. She might be. She might just be.
Ooh.
Oh Christ! She did say this.
If Steph starts replying to the stuff being like your wife's a fucking dumbass, we know she is Tanner.
This is an exact quote from. I wrote this down. I'm just remembering like cookout situations where it's been like, damn, hope no one notices I ate 6 hot dogs in pretty quick succession. So, yeah, that
Okay.
what
I
a
think
woman,
quality of hot dog would affect this too.
For the record,
That's fair.
I'm having a cookout Sunday. Y'all are invited, but I will notice if someone eats 6 hot dogs in 10 minutes. I'll clock it.
When are you having this cookout?
Sunday?
Sunday? Oh no, I'm going to that Focus Pro show. Sorry.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say he'd be there as a Shin Yoda shirt.
I mean, the gate's open.
Well, let me. I assume you don't really have an address. It's just West Virginia.
It's
so.
funny. I actually live in Kentucky, so putting in West Virginia will not help as much as you think.
Oh, okay. Well,
If you
well,
are in West Virginia and you're
6-1.
touching Kentucky, you're probably somewhat close to me.
okay. That is to just the state of Kentucky. It is a 14-hour, 15-minute drive.
Well, you can spend the night. I'm not going to make you turn around and do a turn and burn. I'm not crazy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, not at my house. I'd like a hotel.
Well, no, one of your properties that you're trying to sell.
Okay.
You
Let me
can
crash
just stay
for
with
the
me.
evening.
You can just stay with me. Like if
Okay,
you're
yeah,
going
no,
to see Dan,
I'll eat, and then I'll continue on to Austin.
He'll eat 6 hot dogs in less than 10 minutes, and then he just Irish goodbyes.
No, Dan. I would eat 6 hot dogs, wait long enough to absolutely just wreck your bathroom for anyone else still at the cookout, then drive to Austin.
what a princess.
Then I'd drive home.
He drives home. That's a fucking fairly good, way to spend 4 days. Okay. That's our last question, guys. Believe it or not.
Miss you already, Dan. See you in 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm gonna be gone next week. I forgot.
You are.
All right.
All right, everyone. Wish Dan well. That silence was when you should have been doing so. And yeah, we're excited to introduce whoever Dan's replacement is next week. And in 2 weeks, when they become the permanent Dan replacement,
Carlee Bright.
Carlee Bright, man.
R.I.P.
And it's not like she's got anything going on, so.
Oh, she said on Instagram that her story's not finished.
Did she really?
Well, yeah, she's continuing it as part of the violentpeople.co media family.
I'll shoot her an email, see if she wants to.
I mean,
hop on the pod.
let's be honest. Like, what has more market penetration, this stupid site or the CW app?
Hey,
I'm gonna message her right now and
That's
ask her if she wants to hop on the pod.
last month was our second biggest month all time, so
That's true. It's all because of Podrick.